Hello, Math Conquerors, and welcome to Math Today. We are going to be doing 1-3 in our Math Course 2 book. And today we are going to be talking about squares and square roots. A square is when we actually square the number. It means that we have two of those numbers multiplied together. Remember from yesterday's lesson, this was our base, and this was our exponent, and it meant to say 2 times 2. Today, our new sign is the square root sign. To draw the square root sign, it's just like a little leg-looking check mark, almost like a division sign, but it has a little check mark on it, and that's read square root. This would be read the square root of 4. Well, how do I find square roots? Square roots are found when I take the same number and multiply it by itself. 2 times 2 equals 4. The square of 2 is 4. So the square root of 4 equals 2. Now be careful, because this does not mean 5 times 2, because the square of 5 is 5 squared. 5 times 2 would give me 10, but that is not what this is saying. 5 squared is 5 times 5 equals 25. So the square root of 25 equals 5. I really like to draw these little square root signs. There's, again, a division sign with a little check mark. Now, the most important thing to remember when I'm dealing with square roots, for now, later you'll learn a little more, but for now, the numbers are the same. Now, in your Google Classroom, I gave you a list of perfect squares. You're going to use that list to work your worksheet. Now let's look. This is read the square root, because it's a square root sign, the square root of 49. I need two numbers that when I multiply them together, I get 49, and the numbers have to be the same. Now, if you're not real familiar, you can look at your perfect square root chart. And if you look at your perfect square root chart, you will see it says that the square root of 49 is 7. So 7 times 7 is 49. Or 7 squared is 49. Let's move that over where we can see. 7 squared is 49. Now let's look at number 1. Number 1 says to write the square. So if I want to write the square, I would just say 2 squared. If I wanted to write the square of 7, 7 squared. If I wanted to write the square of 5, 5 squared. If I wanted to write the square of 6, 6 squared. Real simple, real simple. Now look at this number 10. Number 10 wants us to find the square root of 1024. Again, I have given you a list of perfect squares, so if you'll click on that and you scroll up at the top, you will see that the answer is going to be 32. Okay? So that means that 32 times 32 equals 1024. So 32 squared is 1024. Now be careful, because if you say 32 times 2, 2 times 2 is 4, and 2 times 3 is 6. Are these the same answers? No, they are not the same answers. So this means 32, let's just multiply that out. 32 times 32. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. Put my placeholder. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. Draw a line and add it up. And that's going to give me 4, 2, carry my 1, 1,024.